Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Be Healthy and Thrive podcast. My name is Brianna Wilkerson, and today we are here to talk about frankincense essential oil. This is a beautiful essential oil that is known as the king of oils and is one that, again, everyone should have in their home. So basically, frankincense is renowned as one of the most prized and precious essential oils. It has extraordinary internal and external health benefits. In addition to being known for its kingly gift in the New Testament to Jesus, it also was really used by the Babylonians and the Syrians in religious ceremonies and during ancient rituals to do different things such as calming, meditating, as well as anything from perfume to salves to soothing skin. And so the beautifying properties of frankincense really does come down to its ability to kind of work to restore and replenish the cells. And so when you're using it on your skin or using it internally, that's actually what is happening. It's really known for its cellular health. So a little bit about the science of what makes that is that the main chemical constituents of doTERRA's frankincense oil is, I'm going to try, alpha-pinene, athugene, alpha-adrenines, and really, the main reason why I even talk about the science, we go through the basics, the science, the emotions, the uses, the safety, the sourcing, testimonials, but the science really helps you understand why the oil acts the way it does. So even if you don't remember the name, just kind of know this is what's happening. So when I looked at my particular frankincense bottle on sourcetoyou.com, which is doTERRA's kind of quality essential oil place where you can learn a lot of the different stuff we're talking about, the alpha-pinene chemical constituent was about 38.49% of the bottle, and alpha-thugene was about 14.49%. So these two chemical constituents are what makes frankincense, at least this particular bottle. And so these ones are what we would call monoterpenes, which are a chemical family that is metabolized very quickly in the body. It's highly volatile, but it's fast acting. They also contribute to frankincense essential oil's renewing effects when applied topically and ability to support diverse cells in the body when taken internally. The monoterpenes are contributed to the aroma benefits of the frankincense oil, as well as its known qualities of helping us relax and focus. Some of the therapeutic properties because of that anti-inflammatory, antidepressant, restorative, immunostimulant, and there has been a lot of studies recently around its ability to really work with those who have even experienced cancer, going through cancer, or even as a prevention. It's just really good for cellular health, and that's what cancer is at the end of the day. It's a destruction of our cells, or deteriorating of our cells. So sourcing, doTERRA's frankincense comes from Somalia, a couple different places, but Somalia is the main place. And for thousands of years, frankincense resins, that's kind of the part of the overall tree that it comes from, has been harvested in Somalia from wild Boswellian trees like Cardarelli and, we're going to say Cardarelli. Boswellia trees typically grow best in sandy soil, producing small resin tears. And these resin tears are what's kind of harvested the most. It's a very delicate process to harvest the frankincense. And, many of these harvesters will travel long distances and even, take as much as 5 months to complete the whole overall process. And so many of them have to leave their families for a long time and go to these remote locations and then bring it back. And sometimes they're not sure as to, is there going to be a demand from certain suppliers? So what doTERRA has done is to make sure that the process of sourcing frankincense is easier for the harvesters, as well as still provides a high quality frankincense. They've really started to put their co-impact sourcing program initiative behind the frankincense harvesters to, one, make sure they're paid fair and on time, to make sure that they are middlemen that they can trust, and really will make sure that the quality of the oil is high, as well as making sure that the harvesters themselves and their families are taken care of, which is super important just because they're humans, and as well as from the sustainability point of view of doTERRA's frankincense. And you can learn more about that and the Healing Hands Foundation if you go to the blog post that goes with this. We'll have a few different links there. So safety, it's great for all ages, but again, when you're using it with children versus adults, the quantity and the application is a little different. You will always, when you want to apply oils to the skin for children, especially you want to dilute the oils with like a carrier oil, like coconut oil. But specifically, you also might want to even do that for adults, because as I've been sharing is that a carrier oil really helps the oil penetrate. And since this is a kind of volatile oil, using a base like a water-based lotion or even an oil will help it actually seep in the skin a little more and get its effects. Shelf life, could be 2 to something years, but for the doTERRA one, it's about 4 or 5 years. If you look at the bottom, it gives you the expiration date. And so there's no really max dosage. I always say 1 or 2 drops is in any oil is really what you need to start with, because it's potent. I think we think it's equivalent to herbs. No, oils are 50 to 70 times more potent than herbs. So it's very potent and it can do its job, not with a lot. And so some of its top uses is, supporting depression, wound healing and wrinkles, scars and stretch mark, back pains and headaches, immune system and cellular health, just really helping in the rehabilitation process for those struggling with cancer or tumors, seizures and traumas, liver detoxification, autoimmune disorders, warts, congestion, allergies, even helping with breast cancer. One really fascinating thing is actually applying it to the breast tissues, 3 to 4 times per year, twice a day for 30 days, kind of like a cleanse. As well as it's great for prayer and meditation. And it's found in a bunch of different oils that doTERRA has blends, the Focus Blend, In Tune, Past Tense, the Tension Blend. DDR Prime recently started using this, absolutely love it, which is a cellular complex blend. Immortelle, been using this for a long time. Anti-aging blend, and then Balance, the grounding blend. It blends well with blue tansy, copaiba, lavender, myrrh, wild orange. And the emotions is quite fascinating. So it is known as the oil of truth, and which is maybe why we gave it to baby Jesus. But frankincense really reveals deceptions and false truths. It invites individuals to let go of what we would call lower energy vibrations, lies, deceptions, and negativity. This oil helps create new perspectives based on light and truth. It recalls memory, spiritual understanding, gifts, wisdom, and knowledge of the soul. Powerful cleanse of spiritual darkness. It assists people in pulling off the scales of darkness and the barriers to see the truth. It also supports in creating a healthy attachment to one's father. It assists in spiritual waking and helps individuals feel the fatherly love of the divine. When one has felt abandoned or forgotten, frankincense reminds them that they are loved and protected. While this oil is incredibly powerful, it is gentle. It is a very gentle oil, I must agree, like a loving father who nurtures, guides, and protects. And yeah, so basically too, some testimonials around it is that, I remember when I first started just using and sharing the oils, my mother-in-law would share with me, she just used frankincense in her regular lotion for her face, and people just even started to comment and just notice a difference. And the same for me. I've just really started taking it internally whenever I'm, just overall, would pop little piece underneath my tongue or in a capsule, and just really wanting to care for my internal health, as well as I use it on my skin. I use it with lavender, melaleuca, and frankincense with a little coconut oil as my lotion. So I just put that on. And so it's really great to use all around. I diffuse it. I've been diffusing it at night with my other oils like Serenity and Balance and cedarwood to really just, as I sleep, to restore the oil also helps restore me and my cells. And so this is a beautiful, beautiful oil. So if you're interested in trying it out, let me know. Be sure to also, if you haven't yet, sign up for the Essential Oils 101 webinar, which I'll put in the link to this. So that kind of gives you a basis of the 10 different oils that are the basic essential oils, and what does it mean to start with it. And I just really want to encourage you, if you've been listening or just first started listening or have been listening to the essential oil features, I do this because I really care. I love essential oils, and I don't want to be just like, oh, that essential oil lover or whatever, but I love essential oils, and I love educating people about them, because when I learn what they can do for our bodies and our lives, it is a conviction of mine that I have to share. So I enjoy it for sure. But there are days I don't necessarily, just like any other thing that you do, want to talk about them all the time. But I go back to my why of remembering what I've heard these oils do for people, what they've done for my life, and I have to share about it. And I have to, more so than teach you about it, I want to make sure you get them, and I want to make sure you know how to use them. Because there's one thing to have knowledge and an understanding of what something can do for you, and then there's one thing to actually take action. And sometimes you might have them and you're like, oh no, what do I do? So whenever people choose to get oils from me, I always make sure, like, hey, let's meet. sooner rather than later, so that you and I can chat and create a plan so you know how to use your oils. I have a Facebook group for those who sign up on my team because I always want them to be able to ask questions quickly. I want them to be able to learn. I do multiple classes. So I'm an educator at heart because I believe education and understanding really helps you change your health and change your life, right? So that's it from me for frankincense. Be sure to look at the corresponding blog post. Be sure to check out the webinar and message me on Facebook or Instagram or whatever media handle you're on, or even email me, madewellky@gmail.com, if you're interested in talking more about what oils could fit you and your needs. Okay, that's it. And I'll see you either in the next episode or the next essential oil feature.